my milk!
Hello, hello, hello. My name is Phalafel, and we're jumping right into the second part of my Catherine Fire Emblem Three Houses series, focusing now on the Thunderbrand sword, using EVA Foam and Black Worbla. I made this costume for Katsucon, so we're churning out the content. Let's go! So first, of course, is drafting this delicious pattern based off of various reference art. This blade is basically the Meta Knight of Fire Emblem. You'll see what I mean. I tried to scale this to my own height, the hilt coming up to about hip length like on Catherine, and doing it on a fold of paper so that it's symmetrical when you unfold it. Now, you can drop the sword as a whole onto EVA foam, but you're going to be wasting a lot of foam. The pieces will be harder to use as scraps because of the awkward spacing. So I actually cut the pattern into several segments and try to fit them as closely as possible on the foam. You'll need to cut 2 of everything. This is a 1/4 inch EVA foam from Cosplay Supplies. Thank you so much. And again, this way you're getting the absolute most of all of your EVA foam. And then you just cut out all your pieces using an X-Acto blade. For the blade of the sword, I'm using a 1/38 inch wooden dowel as the core, and this will also extend to be the handle. In both sides of the blade foam, I trace out where the dowel will rest in the center of the blade, and then cut about halfway into the foam on both sides at a 45-degree angle inwards. I pull out this little sliver of foam, fill the groove with hot glue, and then place the dowel inside. The same onto the other side. Then I use contact cement on the outer edges of both blade pieces to glue everything all together. The same is done to the hilt pieces. For the little Meta Knight blade pieces, I should stop calling it that. For the end of these little blades that's connecting to the sword itself, I cut little V shapes so that it fits more snugly and flush to the sword. Again, things like this help to minimize all the sanding that you'll need to do later. There are 6 of these. Then, using the remaining foam that I have, I decorated the hilt and handle matching the game designs of the wondrous Thunderbrand, just patterning, testing different shapes, and putting them together like a little puzzle. And boom! The sword is assembled, and with a generous amount of sanding the blade edges and the seams where the segments meet, you're ready to use Worbla. So this is Black Worbla, also from Cosplay Supplies. It really helps to make the blade sturdy as hell. Once it cools from being heated and formed, it's super solid, so I'm going to use this Worbla on the blade only of the sword. I cut the Worbla into the general shape of the sword, and then using a heat gun, I heat it to shape around the blade, cutting away excess pieces. And you want to do this on both sides of the sword. This process does take a while. You totally don't want to do this 4 days before Katsucon, right? Right? I like priming Worbla and even the EVA foam sometimes with Flex Bond. This is also from Cosplay Supplies, thank you. I'm gonna be swinging this thing around. So you want a primer that is sturdy, it's flexible, and it's dependable. So I cover the blade with a base coat of Apple Barrel Antique White after the Flex Bond dries, and then with a shade of Champagne, can't see, I do 2 top coats, giving it a really nice shine and glisten, since the Thunderbrand isn't a traditional silver material like swords are. A quick hack, I'm trash at casting gems. I'm basura, I'm so bad at it. But I buy these little decorative rocks that you can usually find in floral sections of stores or at the dollar store, and I paint them with nail polish so that it looks like little gems. So I just hot glue these into the handle of the sword for decoration. And with that, the Thunderbrand is complete. Catherine was a super fun build. The sword just made me feel so powerful. Oh my god, it's huge. So thank you so much for watching. You can follow me at all my socials at Phalafel Cosplays on Facebook and Instagram, Phalafel Cosplay no S on Twitter. Big thanks to Cosplay Supplies for sponsoring all the foam and the Worbla in this tutorial. And that's it for Catherine. I hope you all enjoyed watching this little mini series, and until the next tutorial, okay, bye!